I just thought our guys were really loose and ready to play. I thought just getting 2 in the first inning always helps, and they just kept putting up crooked numbers. And man, Ethan Norby was spectacular. I know Connor thinks he's the most famous brother, but Ethan Norby was special today. I told him, man, that was big time stuff. Big game pitcher. He's been like that his whole career, but he was special. And I thought our defense was outstanding. I mean, the play Irby made down the first base line, some of the plays Dixon made, Seawall's play on the left-handed batter that he was like kind of going towards left field and had to throw rocket over to first base. I just thought our defense was outstanding. We just kept putting together quality at bats, and our guys are having a lot of fun, man. It's fun to watch them stay connected and pull together. And like I said, we won the tournament. All glory goes to God that He's pulled these guys together.
Questions for Austin and Ethan?
Ethan, you obviously pitched in a regional last year. Just how comfortable were you, and when did you kind of know it was going to be your day, maybe?
I mean, it felt like a home game out there with how many Pirate fans were out there, so that was pretty fun to play in front of. I'd say it was pretty similar to what it was last year. Just trying to not do too much, but just be me out there, and that was the most important thing.
Austin, you seem pretty comfortable in your first regional. Just what were the emotions like out there for you?
Yeah, I mean, we were just out there trying to have fun. We know we'd play our best baseball when we're having fun, and everybody's really came together this back part of the season, and it's a super fun and comfortable environment every time we're going on the field right now.
Hey Austin, obviously you guys made a ton of hard contact today against a lot of velocity. I'm curious how you guys prepared to face that velocity, and what made you guys so successful against all those good fastballs?
So, I mean, our coaches spend so much time putting together a great approach for us, and when we are bought into it, when we're really bought into that approach, we're ready to go. We're ready to get anything, and we work that stuff into our pregame routines, and we have a really good plan of what we want to do before the game, and that helps a lot.
Irby, everybody talked about your play in right field making that catch, but to me, your biggest one was the pick early in the game. Just how comfortable you got, early at first base.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Palumbo has done an amazing job helping me really develop at first base, and he throws me picks for every single game, and I've got a really good feel for it over there now and moving around the base, and he gets me a good feel for how the field plays for every game. So I just stay ready for him, and it's been going well so far.
Ethan, you guys were ahead the whole time you were on the mound. How much do those, having those runs help you to have confidence as a pitcher, kind of take the pressure off of you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it takes all the pressure off of you. Knowing that your offense is just scorching hot and just playing great baseball just gives you a lot of confidence to go fill up the strike zone and, get quick outs and get us back out there and, ready to swing the bats.
Austin, Braden starts the game, bunt single, steals on the next pitch. Like, how much does that energize the dugout when he does something like that?
I mean, that dude gets our team going better than anybody. It's awesome, the stuff that he's doing. And we're all rallying behind him, the way he starts off the game. And it feels like it's every game he starts it off doing something like that, and it's huge for us.
Ethan, Coach mentioned your brother's name, and as I understand it, he had a big part in you coming here. Maybe I heard you weren't the most highly recruited guy right early in high school. How did that come about? Would you mind just walking us through that a little bit?
I didn't get a single offer until after my junior year of high school. And then I pitched one tournament, got one phone call from Austin Knight, and then it was kind of just like I automatically knew. Pitched one more time in front of Coach Palumbo, and then Coach Godwin texted me that night saying, "Let's make you a Pirate," and the rest is history.
And as far as just you're a guy who bleeds purple and gold, it's something your whole family does now, right? Like, how much does this mean to you to go out here and win a game like this?
It means everything. Just trying to continue what he did, and then just trying to continue the tradition that we have here of just playing great baseball.
Anything else for Austin and Ethan? All right, you guys are good.
Yes.
Go on to Coach Godwin.
Yeah. Sure. I'm telling them they can take it. So.
No, I gotta keep it for the rest.
You gotta
of
keep
the
it. Okay.
At the end of it.
At the end of it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Hopefully it's good to see you here.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Cliff, just how much you feel like, Braden and scoring early in the game, how much did that set the tone for the rest?
I mean, it definitely didn't hurt, right? I just think him getting on, he's been a spark plug for us, still in second base, putting up 2 runs in the first inning. It allows, Norbs or Sean Jenkins in the championship game to just pitch a little freer. Florida's a really good offense. They're a really good team, and just allows them to pitch a little bit freer.
Josh, we're talking about it felt like a home game. Did you feel like that with all the Pirate fans down there?
Yeah, it was awesome, for sure. And I felt that, it would be that way for today, just because we're playing Florida. An SEC team, a lot of tradition. They've won a national championship or 2, so I knew the Pirates would come out and grow. So it was awesome.
Coach, from your perspective, and it looks like Austin's had a really good second half, right? The whole run. What's been the key to his real emergence here as a hitter down the stretch?
For me, just to get him into a routine of what his process should be on a daily basis of getting his early work in, and so he can just fine tune his swing. I think a lot of times when you're a young hitter, you're trying to do too much at times when you just need to stay in the middle of the field, and he has done a really good job of using the whole field the back half of the year, and putting together tough at bats. And the thing I'll tell you about Austin Irby is he'll compete. Like he gets in the box and he'll compete. I think one of the teams and the people that were at the conference tournament will know, but for them to jaw at him a little bit, it's probably not the best, because it really dials him in. That makes him super focused, and he can get emotional at times. I have to reel him in every once in a while, but I like the competitive spirit that he has, and he's played awesome defense too. Just mentioned the pick he had on Dixon's ball, but also the ball down the right field line.
Coach, you had some big 2-strike moments as well. Jack's, he got a borderline call, goes against him. That at bat seemed critical. Just tough at bats. What can you say about that all the game?
Yeah, I thought Dixon's at bat when he got down to 0-2 and I called time. That's, in my opinion, one of the best relievers that Florida has, and he's got really good stuff. Runs a fastball up 97. He had thrown him 2 sliders on his back foot, and I just tried to settle Dixon down a little bit and said, hey, raise your eyesights up just a little bit, but you can't raise it too high because he's got 97 in his back pocket. So, and I thought just getting the sac fly there was huge. And like you said, the Jack Heron, I think it was 3-2, 2 outs, and AP was at second, so he was able to run, but he rocketed that ball to right field, which allowed us to score 2 runs.
Coach, speaking on Jack Heron, he had an enormous day. Just talk about how much he's came over this last, second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, look, he deserves all the credit. He came to me and basically right before the Charlotte series and said, hey, why am I not playing? And at that time, everybody thought he should play because we weren't playing good, we weren't swinging the bats good, and it really started that Saturday at Charlotte. He's a switch hitter. They brought a lefty in with the bases loaded. The lefty had reverse splits, and it wasn't like I had Barry Bonds sitting over there on the bench. So I just said, hey, Jack, can you hit this guy? And he goes, Coach, I got it. And he banged the ball off the right center field wall, right-handed, and we ended up losing that game. But for him to just have that confidence in himself, and then he just ran with it. And then with some of the defensive moves that we've made, putting Dixon at short and Burst at second, he's had to play right field. And I would compare him, and Pack will get a laugh out of this. He's probably a defender like Brian Packard was. So you guys that have watched baseball at East Carolina long enough can take that for what it is. But he works, man, and he's gotten a lot better in the outfield from the fall to today.
Coach, you've kept the error column light lately. Just your thoughts on the clean baseball y'all have been playing?
A lot of credit goes to Coach Palumbo. I mean, he works, like Irby said, he's throwing in pigs. And Dixon played short the entire fall. It wasn't that we thought we were going to make that move, going into the conference tournament. But I think bringing Burris into the infield, not just his defensive skill, it's more of his just emotion, his energy, his competitive drive. I think it's made all the infielders just have a heightened sense of awareness, and man, they've been playing great, for the last 5 games.
Coach, Ethan Norby's pace controls the game well. How big is that versus a great team like Florida?
It was big, but I thought, the game was really long because, once we got up big, Florida would wait to 8 seconds, and that's their, they can do that. So, but man, they really slowed the game down as, we got in those middle innings.
Coach, obviously you go in, expecting your team to have a chance to win, but were you surprised with just how dominant you were early on?
Are you an SEC reporter? Yeah. So, look, I have said this going into the tournament. This is house money for us, and nobody expected us to be here. A week ago, we were dead in the water. Our guys really came together. God supported them together. They played great baseball for 5, but I knew we wouldn't be scared. No offense, we could have played the Yankees today. We wouldn't have been scared because this is house money, and I'm just proud of the way the guys have played free and loose.
Let's go 2 more for Coach.
Coach, you just got to feel good about the pitching as well, having only used Jake out of the bullpen to go into winner's break.
I mean, but it's a long tournament. There's a lot of good teams in the tournament. So, it's good today, but you still got to execute pitches, and play good defense and put together quality at bats. So we've got our hands full the rest of the way.